Anything when you want, I could support. Girl, I swear I could comfort. No need to come out, I could comfort. Oh, just be comfort with you. Fish, yeah, everything. Anything when you want, I could support. Girl, I swear I could comfort. No need to come out, I could comfort. Oh, just be comfort with you. Fish, yeah, everything we have. No need to look outside, cause I'm ready to be your baby boo. And if I for you when you're lonely, put you down when you're feeling blue. I'm ready to be your baby tonight. We they give me the vibe. Should they give me the wickedest way? Should they give me the vibe? Baby, hold on, never let go. Should they give me the vibe? Hold on with you, never let it go. Hold on, da 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 da. Baby, not the butter, cause I'm right behind you. Be my baby, oh, so baby, no day, butter, cause I'm right behind you. Be my lady, oh, no, go set you, oh, girl, don't dance like it's your birthday. Reading, no, you can't go. You know, I see it come. I'm fit to buy you the Range Rover, but no got to make it override. But think God don't set for your life, cause very soon it go there, alright. I want to know, baby, are you home? We standing here, baby, knocking on your door, baby. What you wanna know? Got me standing here, feeling blue, oh yeah. Let's go, big, oh yeah. No go try for me, oh yeah, for me, want for me, oh yeah. That's a pretty girl, yeah. They keep me the vibe. Should they keep it the wickedest way? Should they keep it the vibe? Baby, hold on, never let go. Should they keep me the vibe?
Good evening. Hello, Henry, my brother. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Happy, or not so happy, whatever. You're welcome. No the butter. I greet everyone. Good evening, Danny. Good evening. Make I still play one music for the celebrants. Which music will I play now? Okay, now for the winning side, I want to say I greet everyone. Oh. You're welcome, my people. So for those of you on the winning side, on the bad side, I know that, it's like football, on the day of the match, the winning side is jubilating, the losing side. You're welcome, everyone. I'm gonna give you the space to have your say. I will share the link. You can come and share your thoughts with us. Good evening, Ezioku. I greet every one of you. Hello, Duxie. As I greet you. I don't know what is going to happen now. Is it going to be Bala Blue for the next 8 years? Abi, how will we do it now? I don't know. I greet you, smile. Eh? Tell am o.
If you see my lover,
Tell am make it come o.
if I sleep at the dream, when I wake at the dream,
I greet you. City boy movement. I dey greet una o. All of una wey una dey city boy side. Na dis kind music una go dey sing for am now. Eh? 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 Na so e dey be, my people. Make una take am easy. Make una take am easy, okay? Make una take am easy. Let's learn from what happened during Buhari's election. It's an election, okay? It's an election, so it's always like that. The winning side is happy, the losing side is not happy. So, my people, I welcome every one of you once again to my live. First of all, I need to say thank you so much to my admin for doing a wonderful job. I've not been, online. I was like, okay, let me give you guys the space that you need, to process everything that is going on. And I see what is happening, and I feel you. Like, I feel, one thing about being in the middle, being neutral, is it helps you to see both sides equally, right? You just see everything, like, because you are neutral, because you dare to be on the fence, you are able to look at both sides for what it is, and you see it. So yeah. Yeah, Ezoku, you're welcome. Good evening, Etinosa. So, my people, you're welcome to this live broadcast once again. Thank you so much for joining me. It's the day after the election announcement of the president-elect, and now we are here. There are so many aggrieved people on the side of the other candidates, and honestly, if I must say the truth, I wasn't expecting an announcement this morning, because when I made the update last night before I went to sleep, they were like neck in neck. I think as at that time there were just three states remaining. There were just three states remaining, and at that point, Tinubu has won 12, Obi has won 11. I think Atiku has also won. I've forgotten, maybe 11 or 10, or I don't know, or 12. They were like concurrently on that level. I was thinking, wow, this is really, really, really interesting. And for the first time, we're having this kind of neck and neck for three candidates. And I can imagine how tense it would have been for those people who are really actively involved in the election, putting their head in it and all that. So, yeah, I feel you. Like, when I say I feel you, I really feel you. And by the time I woke up, I saw that the election has been declared, the president-elect has been declared. You understand? So, yeah, like I always tell you people, above all, regardless of who wins, it's Nigeria first. Nigeria first. It's not a matter of say, oh, if this person wins, I'm in Nigeria. If this person doesn't win, I'm not in Nigeria. I feel like, for me, Nigeria is always constant. First, Nigeria first. And then we have seen what is going on, and all these mago votes, irregularities that we saw. I'm not going to say this is the freest and the fairest, because I saw a lot of voters intimidation, voters irregularities. I saw it, you understand? And I see the main issue of the grievance being that the electronic transmission that was promised was not carried out, right? And right now, you cannot know for sure. Like, okay, those figures are there, and people are saying, okay, there are discrepancies in the results we had at the polling booth and the result that is being uploaded on INEC, that they are not the same. But I feel like, if you have the evidence and if you have your proof, and you have it in your hand, it's documented, and what is uploaded on INEC website is also um, um, like documented, it's going to be very easy to prove it or disprove it, you know. So for me personally, I would really appreciate if everybody, no matter how aggrieved you are, for now, just follow the official protocol. Like, I told you guys before that what Nigeria practices is partisan politics, and you can see it clearly here. What has played out is party hegemony, and the party takes preeminence. And you see that Nigerians voted according to the parties, along party lines, regardless of the ethnicity. But a lot of people don't understand. They continue to put ethnicity before them. Now I've seen a lot of people already crying, oh, they don't want to vote Igbo, Igbo this, Igbo that. It's not about Igbo. It's party politics. Let this sink in your mind. What Nigerians are playing is what they are playing is party politics, and unfortunately, magic doesn't happen. Things will continue to evolve gradually. You are not going to see a magic, and then is there's going to be a case for litigation, is going to be from the contestants. Like I told, like someone was, they were like someone was calling me and was very angry with me, and like, oh, look at what you are posting, look at the updates you are making, and all those kind of things. And I'm like I don't understand. I don't work with INEC. Like, hello. And what has the president elect said? What has the candidate, the people who didn't make it, what have they said? Like, I was not on the ballot, and by the grace of God, to the glory of God, Obi is alive. Atiku is alive. Kwakwanso is alive, and they are well and healthy, and they can talk, and they have spokesperson, and they have children. Like, if I see a protest video from their children that they made in protest of the vote that their father got, I will post it. I will react to it, right? And I will speak on it. I will give my own commentary. If Obi gives a speech accepting or not accepting the announcement of President-elect Tinubu, I'm going to post it. Like, why should it be my burden? Why should I be my burden, and to be crying for somebody that is alive, well, hell and healthy? That's the question you should ask yourself. So this is a political thing that is going on. It's not about you. It's not about your ethnic group. I want it to sink in your mind. It's not about your ethnic group. This is partisan politics that are playing out. And let the party leadership, you know, do the needful. If they are not happy with the outcome, let them go for the litigation. This is, the game that they are playing. He said, this is how to elect a president. That is not for me to say. If this is what the INEC is announcing as the leader, as the winner, as the president elect, I don't have, who am I to reject it? And if I want to go and reject it, why should you make it an ethnic thing? Why? Because people voted for Tinubu across the nation. People voted for Obi across the nation. Even I was looking at Adamawa article states, Obi got more than 100,000 votes. And some people will still be saying, oh, the Hausa, you want to go back on that lane? I don't get your point, people. So I'm going to leave this line open. You can call in. You can have your say. You can call in. You can actually call in and tell me what it is that you are angry about. For me personally, my question is, do you think that Obi had enough vote in the Northeast and in the Northwest to make it to the presidency? That's number one question. And number two question that I'm asking is, what is the state that Obi, that like you assume that Obi was rigged out of, that if he was allowed to win it, that he would become the president? Like, let's lay it out, let everybody hear. Like when you are saying it was rigged, it was mago mago and all those things. I want to know, like, let's lay it out. If you want to call in, you can call in. If you want to join the stream, you can join the stream. Exactly. The INEC is about the institution and the electoral, the kind of election and they have been doing. You understand? But at the moment, is President elect Tinubu that is there, and then the third question I want to ask is, if since President Buhari was there, you are crying Fulanization agenda, Northernization agenda, Islamization agenda. Now that if the power comes down to the south, does it really, matter if it was southeast or southwest? Like, I would like to hear from you. Like, I don't want to be the one talking. I want to hear from you what you have to say. Yeah. Our brother Chimezie is here. Hello, my brother. You're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, blessed. Please permit
Good
me.
evening.
I will leave my camera off, please. Just permit me with your permission.
Okay. Okay. Please,
Good evening.
just make it brief so that we can still
Yeah,
continue. Well.
definitely. First, let me say thank you. At least over the few last months, you've made your platform a neutral one, and you know, you've let people to have their say. This election, there are so many things to take home from it. There are so many things to learn. It all depends the angle one wants to discuss. But I just want to focus on the obedient movement and Obi.
Okay.
Ndị Igbo, we should not personalize this election. There are sufficient videos of irregularities on all sides of the political parties,
Yeah.
including in the southeast.
Yeah.
Now, at least INEC results showed Obi scored over 6 million votes. If we have the time, maybe in one of these programs, we can produce, and Southeast did not give Obi up to 1 million votes. So Ndị Igbo should know that other regions welcomed him. The only thing we need to think, we need to get better if we want to contest at the center. And winning the presidency is not something you do with a fire brigade approach. There are lots to be learned, both on the side of the politician and on the side of party faithful.
Yeah.
The only challenge I see is the umpire, which is called INEC.
Okay.
But put that aside, it is only us as Nigerians that can get things working. For example, the electoral irregularities were committed by all. In fact, more particularly, I feel for this female youth corps member who went and altered the result. I don't think if she knew or she understands that she's just hanging a rope on her neck. Sorry for my word. If this, relevant agencies decide to prosecute her, what we should do, these are people who are caught on this frenzy of obedience. So in all, it's still early days. Nobody knows what the APC government will offer. But more importantly, there's another important elections coming up.
Okay.
Governorship, House of Assembly. This is where it touches everybody the most. Let them keep this thing. At the end of the day, people that benefited from the obedient movement are those who contested for houses of representatives and senates. I was privy to speak to somebody yesterday. He was on Grando in River State. Now, one of our schoolmates who is going for House of Rep for the first time, he's been a member of House of Assembly. They were the ones that really instigated the violence in River State because they were afraid if they let the voting go, people are voting nothing but Labour. People don't care. They don't even know who's on the ballot for Labour. So this one I'm telling you, I wouldn't call the name, but the guy is contesting for his constituency in Eche. And this is the first time he's going for House of Rep. So they are the ones that created the problem. But everybody's calling Wike, Wike. The same thing that happened in Lagos. And I said it last time. Now, those guys were afraid because, say for example now, within that this thing did not happen all around Lagos. It happened within a particular, demography in Lagos. Now, there were people on the ballot for House of Reps and Senate. If they let people vote, then go lose their seat. Then go get and go give Labour person. So this was the fear. So the whole violence you're seeing, even the government shoot for Enugu, now House of Rep people do that thing.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid. Like now, if you come my side now, oh my hair, no PDP win. Include Okezi Bazo.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Actually, it's like a tsunami on that level. Like
that is it.
Everybody that is a newbie right now that got into, even in Lagos, even up north, like it was sweeping.
I mean, like Ijele said, let me not be long. Like Ijele said on his program, it is a historic victory for the first time from AD to SD. They don't wipe Lagos, even 100,000 margin. And now the Lagos state APC will not take this election for granted. Come March. Thank you so much, my sister. Blessed on.
Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Yeah, exactly. So it was a tsunami. So I want to say thanks to the obedient movement. It was like a tsunami, a hurricane on that level. Like everyone that wanted to join politics, to go to the House of Rep, to go to the Senate, this was it. Like obedient movement gave them that platform. Fiam. So I hope they will not start decamping like frogs, like these people who have no values, who are just like looking for meat in the soup, and just if they would stay in that label and build on it, like the problem is everybody wants it now, like this, now that this obedient movement gave you the room and you are able to go into the Senate, you are going to go to House of Assembly. I hope that they will take advantage of it and build a solid ground. So we always have this three arm, you understand, so that the whole thing will be contentious like this, so that we'll bring out the best in the whole process. Yeah. And now I want to show you guys the official website of the election. Is it there? No. So I want to show you this official website. So if you go to this website now, you are going to be seeing all the so you are going to see all the this is like, for example, presidential election. Like this is Aba, for example. You are going to see all the inputs, like for every one of you. Like one thing is, it's one thing to be crying they rigged us. It's one thing to be saying, oh, it was rigged, but it's another thing to have proof, right? So here you have a INEC election results, right? And so you can come to this presidential election and you click on it. So here you have all the states, right? So look at the web address again. You see INEC elections result.ng. President, you understand? Just put www.inecelectionresult.ng. So you can put it on Google and it will take you there. So when you get here, for example, you can see all the states, right? So I believe all the party have party agents at all the party polling booths in all of the states, right? For example, if I click on view recent results, and then you go to Abia State, right? You're going to see Aba North, right? They have 12 wards polling units. So if you click on it, for example, so you see all the submitted results, for example, Asia ward. So for those of you in those polling booths, you can view the result and balance, cross-check it with the one that you signed with, like, you understand? So as much as people want to condemn INEC, you understand? I understand your grievance, but then again, this is an avenue for you to say, okay, if you really have the proof, you have the picture. The picture is taking a little bit to load, but this is the picture here. You understand? So you can you can compare the picture with the one in your at your hand, you know, the one you have. I mean, every party official had a copy, right? And then you can check, is it the same with the one? You understand me? So you can print this one out, the one that is, you can, there is also opportunity for you to print it out. So you have it. So if you go to Abia Poly, for example, you view the results, you can see the result is there. You understand? So I don't know why the results, the picture is not showing well, but when I looked at it before, it was showing. So I think maybe the internet is a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know why, but with it will open. I mean, when I first of all looked at it, it opened, right? So I hope you are getting me, right? So I feel like this is for the first time we are having actually something like this concrete. So this is all for Abia State, and then we'll go to, for example, this is all for Aba North, you know. So like all those, like if you have the evidence, so where was the disturbance? Where was the ballot rig? Where was the ballot snatched? You know, something like that. I mean, I think it's a starting point. This is Anambra, for example, right? So you can view it, right? You can check the polling building unit. You can check this CPS ANACO. You understand? And then you can check, okay, for example, this one loaded. So you can look at the results. So is it the same result that all of you signed at the polling booth? Right? So I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know that we've had any kind of anything to hold on to other than party agents. So this is for the first time we are seeing here in Anambra. There are so many of them not yet uploaded, not uploaded, but we have a winner. We have a winner, but it's not in contention. For example, you know, when I say there's irregularities everywhere, people don't want to accept. So, for example, here you have Oka, Ataba, all this. You can see there is no result yet, but the winner has been announced for Anambra, right? So for example, let's go to another state. Let's take any state in the north. Let's take, for example, Borno, right? So let's look at here. You can see, and then you go to, I don't know all these places. You can see, I'm just doing it on in the internet. You can see the results is here. So if you're a party agent and you were there in this Torowa primary school, is this the same sheet of paper that was signed by all of you? Is this the same data on it? Like, you know, I bet poor, but you know, it's there, right? I hope I made my points. INEC should upload it in PDF format. Is INEC that poor? They uploaded it. It's in PDF format now. I don't understand your complaint. Let's look at Cross River. Then in Cross River, let's look at this Adadama. Adadama. So the only place, like in that word in Anambra, now you can see that there was no result, but there has been a winner, but it's not in contention, right? It's not in contention. That one we're saying that, you know, nobody holy, you know, it's like, oh, you are taking side, but that's not the point. So here you can see the polling unit was cancelled, yeah, over voting. Are you seeing it? So that one is no longer in contention. Here is here. Let's look at Emini. So this is the. Are you seeing the sheet? Yeah. So this is the result for this thing. You understand? So all the party agents, whether you are Labour, whether you are NMP, NMPP, or PDP, like you were at this ward, you should have this sheet of paper just like this. If there is a discrepancy, then present it, right? You know, that's proof. So it's going to be cumbersome, but that is what it is. So if you really believe that it was rigged, and that's what I'm saying, that be that as it may, INEC has provided the opportunity. For the first time, you are going to have this. So that's why you have party agents, polling booth agents all over. And by the time they finished, they signed, everybody took a copy of it, and then they uploaded it, right? So they uploaded it. So the question now is, every polling booth is going to be able to look at it, for example, and say, this is the sheet we have on that day, and it is not the same sheet. Good evening, Ikenke Greg. I hope I'm making sense. If you disagree with what I'm explaining, you can tell me. So I don't know that we've had something like this before. So I don't know which state should I check next. So for example, let's check Delta, for example, OB1 in Delta. OB1 in Delta. So let's check here in Warri. So let's check Ogbe Ijo. So there are 41 polling units here. And then you look here. So in Salvation City, this polling unit, this is the results. So you as a party agent that day in this polling unit, do you have the same sheet with these same numbers entered, or is it different? That is how you prove. So it's going to be a very easy case for the opposition to go to court with. Are you getting me? So we have a guest here.
Hello,
Hello, my
good evening.
brother. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. After each, after each, at the end of the election,
Yeah.
a result is usually pasted on the wall for everybody to see.
Yeah.
So you can just anybody that, like in my area, not in every, they not paste in every polling unit.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they refuse. Like in my area, after the election, it was pasted on the wall.
Okay.
That you can just, anybody can just go and take the picture of it. You understand? Some polling unit, because I think that's what the law says they should do, but some places they refuse to do that. But most of the polling units, they did it. They actually comply with it. Some others, for one reason or the other, did not do it. Now,
so you mean that the party agents did not take pictures of the final results?
No, what I'm saying that is that after the end of the election, one copy will be pasted on the wall for the public to see.
Okay.
Yes, and one copy will be placed on the wall for the public to see.
Okay.
So you can just take your phone there and take the picture. For me, I have some picture of some few ones that I actually take by myself. But
and does the picture look like the ones that are uploaded here on the internet?
The one that's uploaded on the internet, you find that are similar. Do you understand? But they used to go with a copy. That copy is a bit colored. The one they paste on the wall is not colored, just normal black and white.
So
do you understand?
whose signature is this on this sheet?
No, normally there used to be the signature of all the party agents. Usually be on the sheets. All the party agents.
You mean that the party agent don't have this exact sheet in their?
They have each party agent have what I saw. Each party agent have their own sheet. Each party agent have their own sheet. They go away with it, and the other one they paste it on the wall for the public to see. That's how it is. So let me talk. Let me talk about those who are looking at it as if it's an ethnic thing.
Okay.
For me, those who are looking at an ethnic thing, if you look at it very well, I mean, they are ill-informed. If you look, even the social Afenifere stick their head out for Obi. Do you understand?
Yeah.
AY, we have some celebrity. AY, the former president, they openly support Obi. the former president. I have some other celebrities that actually supported Obi, which are Yorubas.
Mm.
Now, flip it the other way around. Maybe a non Igbo celebrity mistakenly supports Tinubu. I mean, they will actually attack that person
Yeah.
from the way from the way they have been behaving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, if you look at it as these Yoruba people, no, they will be getting it wrong. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If the election were free and fair, eh, I can bet you he is not going to the only state that is going to lose, that Tinubu is going to lose, it cannot be only Lagos.
Okay.
It can't
In
be
the
only
south,
Lagos.
in the southwest.
Yes, in the southwest.
Okay.
It can't be only Lagos. Because I was calling some people in Ogun State. Almost they have not almost, let me say, the large number of people that I call in Sango, most of them are rooting for Obi. But when the
Songo.
result came out, yes,
Oh, Songo
Sango
is
in Ogun
part
State.
of Lagos now.
It's Ogun State. No, Sango is in Ogun State.
Ah, okay.
It's just a border town with it's in Ogun State
The
actually.
interesting thing is some of the pictures of these election results, they are very clear and legible, like, I mean, they couldn't even
Do
trim
you
the
understand?
pictures, trim out this place, whatever. But
That's
like here
what
they
that
say
if you
APC
are
has
some place.
134, PDP 49, LP 15. So I believe if you are LP agent on this model primary school, Runji,
Uh,
right? You
uh,
should have the
yeah,
sheet. Otherwise, what did
yeah,
you do?
yeah. Do you know one of the problem? Even some of the party agents too are compromised.
So they are not representing their. Let's look at that Lagos. I want to look at that Lagos and look at that Sangota and see the
No,
result.
Songota is no good. You ask Songo is in Ogun State.
Ogun State. Okay, Ogun.
Yes, it's just a border. It's just the
I
border
mean,
town with.
this is Nigeria website I'm looking at. I'm just looking at the website from here. Like it's interesting. So you said Sangoeta, of course, it depends
It's in
where.
Ogun State.
Yeah, let me see
Songo
where.
Songo is in Ogun State.
Shagamu. I don't see any Sango here. Oh. Ado Ado, Egbado, Abeokuta North, Abeokuta, Ifo. I don't know.
Ifo.
Is it under Ifo? I don't know. Remo, Shagamu. No.
So as I'm saying, Shala, let me continue what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you have people who after sometimes some of these no, some of these figures are not written down in the presence of um the voters. That's another problem. After everybody has dispersed, but but in some areas those people will stay there and make sure they write everything down. And somebody was I was watching online. Somebody opened one of what they actually uploaded online. They actually cancel everything and rewrite other figures.
Hmm.
They cancel everything and they still upload it online. And there's other one they uploaded online. It was somebody's face.
Yeah, but like here now, I'm not seeing any cancellation. So, for
You understand?
example, if you are in Lagos and you voted at Bale Street, your party world agent here. Like
And
I don't know why. Eh? I
and
don't
and
understand why Nigerians find it difficult to focus, like to be factual. Like if this is supposed to be the factual way of doing something, and you are an agent, a party agent, you did not go there to play, for example, right? You
yeah,
went there to make sure that your party interest is covered. So what
yeah,
you are going to be doing is if there's a sheet like this um
given to you.
filled in and there is a signature, your duty, you're supposed to have this exact copy scanned, sent to your party central. Your party is supposed to have their own collation center, putting all
Yes.
their figures together. And so at the end of the day, if you say there is a discrepancy and you are looking at INEC server and you are seeing this sheet now and it's not aligning with what you have, then you have your case built up for your
Yeah.
interpretation,
Yeah,
right?
like that of Lagos. Like that of Lagos. PDP said, according to what they said yesterday, they said the result did not tally. They claim that Labour have about 9,000, over 900,000.
Okay.
They claim that Labour they were not even actually fighting for themselves. They were even fighting for Labour. They claim that Labour have over 900,000, while APC got about 300,000 according to their own figure.
All right, let's hear you summarize so that I can give
So
our sister a chance to talk.
that's one leg. So there are evidences that the thing was manipulated. Seriously, we hope there will be no protest of any kind. So for me, I think we've not. I don't think we've seen the end, because there were a couple of protests as of.
Like, you know why it's sounding like okay, like what are you talking about? Like, I am showing you the website of INEC and exactly how you can establish that there has been a fraud, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't see where your point is coming in, because we are basically saying the same thing in different way. Like, you are saying like the same thing in disagreement, in agreement. Like, okay,
No,
if we can establish
like that of Gombe State. I have not checked it. Like that of Gombe State and that of Bauchi State, they said it came out with the same exact figure, copy and paste. Gombe and Bauchi State.
yeah.
That was
So
I had. I've not.
what does that mean?
I've
That
not.
doesn't mean anything.
No. How can they have exact the same figure, two different states? As in
The
copy and
link is
paste.
there. Admit, please, can you help me to pin the link, please?
As in
Yeah.
copy and paste. That of Gombe result with that of Bauchi is not make sense. Like copy and paste, they asking everything identical.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Like, I think, yeah, to each his own. Thank you so much for your contribution. So, my sister, you're welcome. Yeah. Okay. I don't know whether.
Hello, bless salam, good afternoon.
Good evening. Good evening.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm happy that finally this election is over. Eh? We can now focus. I was praying for 25 to come and go. It has come and gone.
Here is okay.
First thing first, I will have to give honor to whom honor is due. Their obedient movement. Thank you so much for retiring all the old crooks that held Southeast Nigeria hostage for the past 24 years.
Yeah.
You people made impact. I want to thank you for that. I might not be fan of yours because of your radicalization ideologies, but I want to thank you because you earned my thank you by ousting those people that made you people to focus on agitation while they focus on looting. They are the bedrock of this agitation, because if they are bringing home dividends of democracy, you people will not be focusing on agitation. It's because they were eating the dividends of democracy, they gave you people agitation. If anybody is in doubt that the Eastern politicians are not behind the agitation, ask me why there is it at home and the Easterners turned out and voted. This is it at home that has deprived poor people's children from attending school for the past 2 years on Mondays. Bank does not work on Mondays in the East, and any day the IPOB and their politicians selected. But IPOB declares it at home because it is going to haunt the interest of the people that created this Boko version of the East. It didn't hold. it goes a long way to help me, to make me believe that if you are listening to me today, IPOB is not just anything but political wing, military wing of politicians in the East. They put them in place, they regulate their activities. That's why they don't talk about their doings when they do, except it is coming from their opposition. Fine. Number one. Number two, I see people crying, rigging. I beg who rig pass, because anybody will say no rig, make you fear God. I have seen the pictures, they are flying out there. Unfortunately, I want to advise my Eastern brothers. It's not yet Uhuru. Give me your ears. APC did not become strong on a solo basis. They went collab. They did collab. A lot of parties collapsed into each other to become very powerful APC as we know it today. You people gave Tinubu presidency on the platter of gold when PDP divided its vote between PDP, Labour Party, and NNPP. Imagine that Kwankwaso's vote, Obi's vote, and Atiku's vote was given to one person. The result would have been tsunami. It would have been massive sweeping. No amount of rigging would have justified it. But you people chose to share your vote, thereby handing APC this thing. When I hear people crying rigging, please stop crying rigging. I saw the result coming from the East, where I came from. To be honest with you, if there is spy, it happened in the West, it happened in the East, I have the videos. If there is a Biaka, it happened in the West, it happened in the East, I have the videos. If there is no market to vote, it happened in the West, it happened in the East, I had the videos. But one thing that is missing, that you people are not addressing, is the fact that no matter how much we do, we cannot produce enough number to outnumber the entire generation, because number one, we have the lowest number of states and the smallest land mark. Take it from me. If you cannot travel from Edo to Calabar the same day and come back, you can't go the entire riverine area one day, but you can travel the entire East Rand in 3 hours. It goes a long way to tell you we don't have the number. No matter how much we make effort, we need other ethnic groups. Forget if you want to be the president in the next 4 years, it is very, very possible. Go close to other ethnic groups, seek their support from their kingmakers. Listen to them. Put your pride behind. Michael Linsrock sang about it when we were kids, or before some of us were born, that sometimes in our life, if we don't swallow our pride, nobody will feel those of our needs we will mention. Please swallow your pride. Let people feel your need to be president. Meet the people that matters in that ethnic group. Let them lend you their support so that they will augment your number. Because this obedient movement, even though it was tsunami, it was this thing, it only worked in the East. It worked in the East.
No. Like I saw over 100,000 votes in Adamawa, Atiku State. That's
exactly. But then that 100,000 is not enough to make a difference compared to what he was getting in the East. Yeah. When I say it worked in the East, it means that you need the alliance. No matter, even if all of us, this is exactly why we were losing in PDP. We know they do one party system. Spread your tentacles. Make I teach you now politics, even though I've never been a politician. Spread your tentacles. Take from here and there. For instance, now in Abia State has the north of Abia State, as long as voting is concerned, is the Ukwa and Ngwa people. Their population alone is more than half of Abia State.
Okay.
They have the number it takes to single-handedly produce governor. So it doesn't matter what you do and how much you read. You cannot outrig Okwangwa. So what you do is that you go on a consultation table with them so that they will give you what you want. That is what I'm telling my brothers to do so that they will succeed in 2028. I'm being honest about it. And thank you, people. Let's stop accusing people
let the results sink in first. And then if they want to contest it, I'm showing them actually the tool they need to contest it.
One more thing.
Stay here first. Please don't talk about 20, whatever.
Okay, one more thing. Okay, one more thing I also want to add is this. Una don't build political party now. Make una begin penetrate other ethnic group. Una not be frog where they jump up and down from tree to water. If una begin the camp, una the crazy.
Because they don't have
Everybody said they came to say. Everybody said they came to save una. If these politicians came to save anybody, if it is not for their local interest, for their personal interest, they would have collapsed into each other. But the problem is that the PDP shared their vote into three. Even Abga is a branch of PDP. They shared their vote because everybody wants to be presidential flag bearer.
Oh, all right, let's not go there. Let's give our guests the time, some time to talk. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. You're welcome, Emmanuel.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. You are not showing your face. You dey fear me, I be waiting this up.
No, I know they fear you. And I say I did London and it don't dark here and I did inside car. So but make I show my face.
London again. I take God beg you. She light no day for London.
No, I did inside car. So
okay, you're welcome.
Yes. What thing that they try to talk, we say first of all, this the lady that just spoke now said Peter Obi was making him know they jump from one place to another. If him remain for PDP, he no go fight corruption. If he goes to APC, he's not going to fight corruption. What Peter Obi need to do, he wants to fight corruption. And fighting corruption is sweeping everybody. If he want to fight corruption, it will affect everybody.
That's why I want him to remain in this party he has built now.
She's saying that okay now, not the tendency of them to jump back to wherever they are coming from is high.
With your due respect,
now you have
Atiku was in APC in 2015 and 2019 he was back in PDP. Peter Obi was in ABGA, from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party. Let him be frog. Now he has built a party. Let him nurture that party to grow so that they will have their tsunami and the hurricane effect in every election in Nigeria. I don't want us to have one party system. A multi-party system is good so that the result will not be predictable. I don't know whether you're getting me, bros.
From the look of things, this brother
I get your point. Exactly.
Tell us your grievance. Just tell us what did they pepper you for?
Yes, I'll tell you my yes. Everybody has their own point of view. Do you understand? You get me? Everybody has their own point of view in this process because since this election, as this election started and as it finished, I've not been happy because these people rigged this election in our face. Like we they look at koro, you rig them.
Who rig them?
They tell you
who rig them, bros?
Oh God. Tinubu rigged it. We don't have to hide it. Tinubu rigged this election.
What of that rigging happening in the East? Is it not rigging? Abib Abu Moyibo. Yes. What of that rigging happening in the East? Is not rigging?
Involved.
Let him finish now, my sister. Please let him talk. So, my brother, just summarize. We have another guest that I want it to be, interactive. Make una talk with the pepper na for body.
INEC is involved full time because if the INEC chairman has the right, he has all the right to pause that election. He has the right to pause it. And the collection and that calling of the result, he has the full right to say stop. Because already
for example, my brother, I get you. For example, I was looking at the website of the INEC result, right? I don't know if you watched the part where I was practically demonstrating how to see the results, like how you can know for sure, for example. And we are looking at Anambra, for example, a lot of the polling booths, they didn't have any result uploaded in INEC server. And Anambra was declared above 90% win for P2B, and it is not in contention. What do you have to say about that?
What I have to say is already, those people this INEC has used our brain already to bring in this machine they said is what? They've already used our brain on that already. That is to show you the manipulation. Okay? If you know this is what you want to do, why don't you stick to it? Why would you tell us that the server was not working when they tried to upload the results? Okay, we've
Yeah,
won.
but
Okay,
the
Anambra, we
party
won
agent,
Anambra. What about Lagos?
but the party agent, they have a copy like this, like I'm showing or not, don't they?
Yes, I believe they have the copy because I believe each of them took a photo of it. Yes, I believe they
So
took a photo of it,
don't
and
you
that
think that
is a good
that
evidence
if they have
because
a concrete evidence, then it should be a very easy, it will be a walkover because you have your case. And for the first time, we have something like this actually.
we don't even
Normally, we don't even have it for the public.
yes, we don't even need to go this far. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
We
this
don't
is
even
how
need
it
to go
is
this
now.
far
Is it
because
better for you
what the
to
INEC chairman
fight
was
like this,
supposed to
or
do
you
was
want
to
to be
just review.
crying?
Bros,
Like
we
We
do,
were not supposed to
bros,
go this far. What
bros.
INEC chairman was supposed to
I
do was
understand
to
it's not
review this
supposed to go this
result.
far, but this is
Immediately
how
they
bad
said,
it is now.
yes, this is how
Bros,
far it is now. But I trust my president. I trust His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, that he's going to win this if it goes to court. If they
Okay.
don't tamper with the court, that if they no go back, just go mess us up for there. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because
So
this
let's
alone is
leave
an
it there.
evidence.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
this alone, because me, I know they hide mouth talk am because they fuck us
Okay.
up. It's real. Like they messed us up. They messed us up. We were winning. All of a sudden, they started hearing, okay, I saw one video when MC said no Igbo man, no
bros,
Igbo
did
man
you
to vote
contest for
in
any
this police. Are
position?
Wait, my brother. The question is,
me?
did P2B
Did
win
you
in the
contest for any
northeast and in
position?
the northwest? Is it possible for him to become president without winning the northeast and the northwest?
Actually, it's not possible for him to become president if he does not
Okay.
win the northeast. But
Okay.
anyway, population and the vote matters a lot. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Thank you.
Okay. What about the constitution that says that when you win 25% in Abuja, if you don't win 25% in Abuja, you're not supposed to become the president. You're not supposed to
That
elect.
become a legal battle. We
So
are
what
telling
happens?
them to challenge in court.
Yeah, so it's a
We
legal
told them to
battle.
seek
Yeah.
redress through legal procedure on that. Okay.
Yeah.
They should seek redress through legal procedure, right? About that 25%.
Yeah, so the main issue now, my brother, before you go quickly, sorry, my sister, I'll bring you online right away. The last question for you, my brother, is now that Tinubu is the president-elect, what next? Are you going to start doing balablu for the next 8 years or 4 years, or is there a room for dealing with this situation? What do you think?
That was what I was saying before. It was not supposed to get to this point, but already they don't already elect him already. So you can't do anything unless the court decides. So if the court decides from now to 8 years, he's going to remain on that seat from now to 8 years.
Okay. All right. So
Until
it's
the
fingers
court
crossed,
decides.
right? Okay.
Yes, fingers crossed. So we just stay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
My sister, you're welcome. The floor is yours.
Hello, I noticed that our brother is so much grieved.
Yeah, let's give our sister. She's coming here for the first time. You're welcome.
Okay.
Hello, Blessed.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Chizobanwosu. I'm calling from UK.
Yeah.
Blessed. I just want to congratulate Obedience, all the Obedience. Me, I'm not one of them, but they have actually done very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did exceptionally well. And the political mindset of Nigeria, they destroyed it. You can just come from nowhere. For all the Obedient that contested for various posts, they just came from nowhere and they just they grab it like that.
Yeah, they swept it.
They've actually done well.
Yeah.
They should be commended.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of them because IPOP came in, so I said, me, I don't want to be part of this IPOP anymore. Yeah, they actually did very well. And it's not Igbo thing, it's not Igbo party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Labour is not Igbo party because it cuts across.
Yeah.
If not, let me say, if not institutional corruption, they would have done massively well in other parts of the country, even in the north.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling them is most of them are my friends. Yeah, we were in IPOP together anyway, some of them.
Okay.
But what I'm telling them is they should encourage themselves, be strong, re-strategize, and if they want to court, they have evidences. They can go to court and contest it. Though Nigerian courts can be trusted anyway. But they should be strong and be proud of what they've done. Actually, they've done well. They've really done well. I've become one of the obedient now.
Yeah, I agree with you, honestly. Like I was saying, thanks to the obedient, we have a tsunami situation. You know, they help us to retire all this.
Exactly. My happiness is that they are retired. Also, Kezi Ipazu won't be retiring to Abuja after looting at the state, wrapping at the state.
Ubani is going home, you know, like Autumn is going home, you know, like it was massive. So
Autumn is one person that escalated violence as we know it. Wherever there is violence, he will go and put his signature. And by God's grace, he thought he was going to go to Abuja and amplify his violence while having national security protecting him. But Obedient movement retired him. I don't want to. I can't stop thanking them, even though I am not part of them, like Chizoba said, because these people are IPOB. A lot of them are IPOB masked IPOB members. So I cannot watch people that throw my East into disarray, sharing a kind of propagating the same ideology. That's why I left Obedient for them.
Yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as for now, we have a president-elect in the president of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this is it for now. And let's hear what he has to say.
Serious mandate. I hereby accept it. That mandate to serve you, be your servant, and not be your leader.
Okay, so I mean, the thing is everywhere. You can also listen to it, my people. He said he has come to be our servant, right? So that's a first place, and it's a good place to start from, right? And above all, it's about Nigeria, not about me or you or anybody else. It's about Nigeria. So let's always have that in mind, that it's about Nigeria. And when it comes to the African continent, actually, like there's one brother, I wanted to share this video with you guys. I will see if I will see that video. He said something that I think that, you know, for me personally, as a conscious person, that is actually very important for me. So I will just share that video.
But it's true in the Caribbean also. Black people are more concerned.
Wait, let me see. I wanted to start again.
With their tribe being in control than they are with liberation from foreign control. Are you following me? I've seen it. So when the elections is coming up, it's not about freeing us from white supremacy or Chinese imperialism. It's about, are my people going to be the president? Is somebody from my tribe going to be the prime minister? And because they're more concerned about tribal imperialism than African independence, this democratic scheme that they run on black people continues because we're so petty and so small in our thinking. I just want to make sure his people don't get the presidency. I'm not even looking at the bigger picture. The white man knows this. The Chinese know this. So they come in, exploit, finance both sides. So no matter who wins, they get all the resources. When I travel, especially Africa, but it's true in the Caribbean also, black people are more concerned with their tribe being in control than they are with liberation from foreign control. Are you following me? I've seen it. So when the elections is coming up, it's not about freeing us from white supremacy or Chinese imperialism. It's about, are my people going to be the president?
My ethnic
Is somebody from my tribe going to be the prime minister? And because they're more concerned about tribal imperialism than African independence, this democratic scheme that they run on black people continues because we're so petty and so small in our thinking. I just want to make sure his people don't get the presidency. I'm not even looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly.
The white man knows this. The Chinese know this. So they come in, exploit, finance both sides. So no matter who wins, they get all the resources.
Yeah. So basically for me, this is where it is, because everything we yearn for, most of the things that we want to work for us as African people, as Nigerian people, is still going to be far from us because the mindset of the people, our elite, those in government, is still at the petty level, like children of the same parents having siblings rivalry, when you are inside your room, your family fighting each other, like what does that have to do with how the world interacts with your family, or how the world sees your family, or what, like you are just there rigmarole. That this is just what it is. It's an in-house thing. So we have not even started coming out of the level of like what is actually going on in the world. How can we actually be relevant in this dispensation? Like we are still so petty in our mind, and that's why for me, it doesn't really, like, at the end of the day, if you look at the Southeast, for example, now because of the elections, most of the northern people who bring food to come and sell, they have not come. They are scared for their life, and because of that, there is no food in the east. Go to call your people who live in the east. There's no food. Everything is very expensive because there's like artificial scarcity. Why? Because of the elections, people didn't transport goods and services into the southeast, right? So like we have not even done the groundwork. We are still so dependent on other regions, like our well-being, our economic, everything is based on, like, we are so dependent on other ethnic groups, and we don't even know it, and then in Nigeria already, we're all Africans. Everybody who go abroad, that they are looking at us. We are all Africans. We fall into the same scheme. You understand? And the things that is holding one is holding the other. And we are still fighting each other and pulling each other down and working against ourselves. The people who work at INEC are Nigerians, they're Africans like me or me. The people who were used to manipulate results where there is, they are all, each and every one of us. So our consciousness is still very, very low. And it's not an ethnic thing. It's not an Hausa, Yoruba, or, like any ethnic person, anybody that has the opportunity will do exactly the same thing, right? So for now, we need to allow the contestants, to God be the glory, they are alive and well and healthy. They can speak for themselves. They can concede the outcome, or they can contest it. It is not for you to run out on the street and start causing mayhem, right? Because whoever wins, whoever becomes president of Nigeria, is there to uphold Nigeria first. It's going to be the president for all Nigeria, right? It's not really going to make any difference and impact in your life because that person is from your ethnic group, as they want you to believe. No, we live in abroad, we live in different countries. We don't know who their president is. We don't have any relationship with their president. They are just doing their thing, and we are benefiting part of the system. That is what we want for Nigeria. And for me, for example, I will say, okay, since everyone is crying Fulanization, Islamization agenda, Northern agenda, Northern hegemony, and now we have a Southerner. I mean, does it matter if it is a Southeasterner or a South Southerner, And yeah, I don't know. For me personally, some people say I'm a pacifist. I don't want people to fight. I just try to be very open and logical with the way I see things, right? And I feel like some things is not in your hands. You know, there are people who it is in their hands. They have all it takes, the resource, the capability to do what it needed to do. It is not for you to go and lose your limb, your leg, your hand, your body, your soul, your livelihood, something like that, right? This is how I see it. So, my people, my sisters, you can have your closing words so we can leave it here for today. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the thing is, our people they shouldn't take laws into their hands. They should wait for their various party representative to guide them on what to do. People shouldn't start running into the streets, causing havoc, disrupting things.
Yeah.
They should wait and watch how the situation unfold. Yeah, I think that's the best. Don't go out there and start destroying things
Yeah.
and maybe put yourself in harm's way. It's not gonna help anybody. Tinubu is not a bad man anyway, but for the
Mm.
fact that he's in APC, because I think, sorry to say this, I think Nigerians hate APC anyway. So, but Tinubu, I don't
Well,
think
I
he's
wouldn't
a
say
bad.
Nigerians. I would say that Nnamdi Kanu and
exactly, exactly.
and
Yeah.
his
So,
political
And the PDP,
arrangement.
if you pay attention, it's not Nigerians. It is Nnamdi Kanu and PDP that made him, that hated APC because they ousted them out of power and they are not taking it lying low. Right?
Yeah.
We
And
watched
last they left that PDP. Last.
PBP last. Now we are watching Buhari. We have watched Buhari's left here for 8 years. I'm waiting to see. Maybe we'll be watching. I don't know what his name is going to be. We're going to watch his ear for the next 4 years. My
maybe
people, don't be the last.
we'll be watching Ashwaju's left hand now.
My people, don't be the last
Color
fool
of blue.
standing. Don't be the
Yeah.
last fool standing. Don't
Mm.
let these people talk you into hating a man you have never met one
Mm.
on one.
Mm.
I see the
Mm.
atmosphere is negatively charged. One
Mm.
word I have for everybody listening this evening is this: a lot of people running up and down telling you they are doing movement. There are people that really wanted to get into political mainstream, but everywhere was occupied in these old criminal parties. So the new party emerged, they joined the trend, and was hoping that when this thing happened, it's going to bring them into this thing. For instance, the Yeye British and the Mumu British running after them. It is opportunity for them to shine politically. That was why they jumped on the bandwagon with high hope that if Obi comes, they are going to get appointments here and there, and that is why they are angry. Don't take their fight into your hand, especially if you are a poor average person out there. If you are a keke driver, wheelbarrow pusher, petty trader, these people are not fighting for you. They are fighting for their pocket. Otherwise, this PDP dividing up and down would have collapsed into one party, bring one opposition, and beat the opposition hands down and hijack power. It is not about you. It is about their local. Tinubu say it is his local, and he was the only honest person. He told us that he's running for himself. These people should come clean and tell you they are running for themselves. Otherwise, Kwankwaso, Atiku, and Peter Obi, they are replication of one party. Why did they not collapse into each other and bring this massive one world vote and take power from this corrupt APC? That's all I have to say.
Okay.
I believe that
Yeah.
I believe that Ashwaji is not a bad person. They should give him they
A
should
chance,
support
huh?
him.
Exactly.
Anybody that
That's
wants to go to court to go.
exactly.
Then the obedient can still try again, because but I think Buhari tried 4 times before he won. So Obi shouldn't give up. He keep trying, because definitely one day he will get it. I
Yeah.
just wish
Exactly.
Nigerians well. Let's hope
Yeah.
everything goes well with
Yeah.
us with
I wish
Ashwaji.
Nigeria well
I
too.
wish
Yeah,
my
personally.
Nigeria succeed. That has
And
been my wish.
yeah, and in closing, I wouldn't blanket say APC is corrupt, right? I
No,
feel
I am
like
blessed. Permit me to correct myself. Quote unquote, we were meant to believe that APC is a corrupt party. I'm supposed to say so-called corrupt APC. If they
okay.
are the saviors coming to rescue us, at the dying minute, they will come together on a round table and say, it is not about me. It is
Mm,
about our country. Let us
mm,
rescue these people. Why not we make all our votes unanimous, one vote? so that we will bring the earthquake we need to revolt against this so-called corrupt politicians. Not necessarily that they are corrupt. I've never lived in APC dispensation. I've been in America before APC took power. So I wouldn't say they are corrupt.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say they are corrupt. I was just saying, like, that's my observation. Two things I'm just dissatisfied with is the fact that PDP split their vote into three and they are still crying rigging. And the INEC promised us that they were going to be online, and that is actively transmitting results from polling units, and they fall my hand on that. Those are two things I have to complain. As for the rigging, I saw the videos. It is everywhere. There is no hand that will be washed in glory. Every hand is soiled with the arrow.
Yeah, and like the question that I would still like to know, like everybody is agreed that Obi lost, Obi would have won. And I've not understood the argument that if Obi has not been rigged out of this state or this state, that he would have won. Like, I want
What
to see
of the one he won? How did he win them? If they're out to rig him out, why did they not rig him out in those hot seat states he won?
Like,
well, the problem is from
that is also another way to look
INEC.
at it.
I think the whole problem is from INEC. They should have obeyed their law instead of breaking the law they made. It's ridiculous, you know. You made a law and you went ahead to just break the law like that and walk away as if nothing has happened. It doesn't work like that. It's institutional
Permit me
corruption.
to say this thing. It's just that INEC is not coming to clean. I'm not here to defend them. There was a medical equipment I was working with some time ago. That medical equipment malfunctioned. I had to call to reverse the treatment to manual, then call the manufacturer. They were so sorry. They said this is electronics. It has high tendency to malfunction. We usually make it too available whenever we are shipping it out. It is our fault. We are going to send one and that is the same day delivery mail, and they did. When INEC was assuring us of the beavers, they did not consider the fact that we have not gotten to level where network is everywhere. Just about my sister, haven't you sent money to somebody in Nigeria before and they say internet won't let them withdraw the money? You get what I'm saying?
Sis, is it not ridiculous that on that day, everything just went blank like that for how many days? It's ridiculous. Okay. There should be standby. There should be support standby.
Let me explain this.
This is Nigeria, This is Nigeria we are talking about. A whole Nigeria without the money at their disposal. Nigeria is a huge country.
It's about my sister.
They're just telling us that this thing broke down. It broke down without any standby support. Come on. Nigeria is not a poor country.
Now is like,
remember,
let me tell you something. I have a close person that work with MTN Nigeria. She sent out a message because she was for MTN and notifying us that MTN will not have network in their server from so and so day to so and so day, and that was during that peak of election. It's just that IPOB is not, INEC rather, is not defending themselves. We could have, whether they are IPOB, I think I see them as the same because dishonesty is the characteristics of both. INEC and IPOB, they are too dishonest to be
separated. The thing is just fear. That day nothing was working. It just somehow,
the major network supplier in Nigeria, MTN is one. And that day, a friend that works for MTN sent me a text message. She is one of my siblings to get alternative network because they have scheduled to go offline for so and so days. I don't know if I'm making sense. So INEC should have told Nigeria that they have lost control of power supply and the internet connection.
Anyway, the thing is, like, everybody, both of you are right. So now it is the question for the National Assembly. Normally, in something as huge as this, they are supposed to invite INEC chairman, like, guy, what's happen? The money that was invested in this thing, what happened to it? You understand? Like, it is in their hands. Like I said, for a democracy to work, for the institution to work, the people actively involved in it needs to do the work to put it in order. It is not for the common man to be running around and destroy his livelihood. That's really what I want people to understand. Everything that is political, there's a political space for it. Your own is maybe go out, protest, register your displeasure, and that's it. And you go home. It's not for you to go and start buying people and eating their flesh and all those things, you know. Yeah. So the story is long, you know, and somehow I'm thinking, well, let's be honest. If Obi becomes the president of Nigeria, would that have been justice for all the people that IPOP have vanquished? I don't know. Where would be the justice? I don't know. I feel like, you know, God knows best. Make a note of pass my mouth.
There's no justice for common man in Nigeria anywhere. There's no. Yeah, there's no justice.
But in a way, Peter Obi's loss is justice to people whom Eastern politicians, Peter Obi inclusive, kept mute while they were being wasted for agitation that exists nowhere. Somebody should go and check out the Twitter page of British Prime Minister. He had just congratulated Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria is not a country we just wake up and disintegrate because we want it. It is a country that have people with vested interest. Give it a time. American president will also tweet his congratulatory message. And other people will tweet. It doesn't matter how much we hide in Western country and accuse them of whatever we can. Why we make safe haven in their home state too. If they are as dangerous as we proclaim they are to our existence, we won't be hiding in their space and be destroying our space. They will fish us out. You can only be anonymous online in Nigeria. There is the IP address registers, including this thing we are doing now. Our IP address is registered with the security agencies in this country we are. They can fish us out in a second. So hiding under keyboard only works in Nigeria where there is no tracking for that thing. So it doesn't matter what anybody think. It will be lost to me in a way is a justice to the people that lost their life, both the people that IPOB took out and the people that were taken out as IPOB members. This is a justice to them. Let us give them justice that the state cannot give to them. That is the only thing I will say about. I don't care who is offended. I believe in my truth and my truth alone.
All right. All right, my people. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. I mean, we have our new president, President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And one more thing. Tell your fans that anybody that is coming out again should not front IPOB as the bargaining chip. If think about it, blessed. How do you justify that a presidential candidate, his movement, his tsunami, his everything is championed by everybody that want the disunity of Nigeria as an entity? How can rebels form your base of supporters and you say you are in for any good? Justice has been served in a way to the victims of those that were deceived with false agitation while they dine and wine within them they can behind closed doors.
Well, I want to say to Ndibo, I want to say to Ndibo, kudos for coming out to participate in the election despite all the threats. They actually did very well, you know, despite all the threats to their life. They came out and voted in mass.
And they should take their Igbo land back. The economy is dwindling. If they can defy the sit at home on Monday, they can defy the nonsense order and take the economy back. IPOB can only take out so many, and that's about that. Once they see that the pushback is there, they're going to enter house. But if they choose to start their sit at home next week, Monday, my dear, I wish them good luck.
No, I don't think they're going to be any sit at home again. I don't think they're going to be any sit at home again.
Except when the savior, you know that the emperor is still on lockdown. When the emperor come out of lockdown.
The second savior is done, and the second savior.
The second savior, I don't even understand him again because we are counting down. Blessed one, please, what date are we for today in the countdown to the coming of Biafra?
I've lost count.
I've gone deaf. Deaf and dumb.
All
right,
yeah, so my people, someone is calling. Now we are closing. Someone is calling.
People are aggrieved. Allow them to air their grievances.
Okay.
Well, we tell them that
Hello.
they shouldn't take it personal.
Hello.
Thank you for your program. I'm sorry I'm coming late. I know you are that good.
Yeah.
If you remember, I am the one that called Dr. John that I predicted that Tinubu was going to take it.
Okay.
Followed by Atiku, and I told you he was going to come distant third.
Yeah.
Well, I joined a few minutes ago, so I missed most part of your discourse. But
okay.
I just want to use this opportunity to say a few things. First of all, we have to be. I am a Baptist.
Okay.
I belong to Tinubu.
So you are on the winning side this time around.
Not even just this time around. I have always been a Baptist. And let me tell you something. But let me tell you why I'm a Baptist. I'm from Anambra State.
Okay.
I grew up in Lagos. The first time I had the opportunity of seeing anybody in power face to face was with Tinubu.
Okay.
Do you understand? As a secondary school student, just like what P2B did in the East, Tinubu did it. There's a program they call Spelling Bee that produced one day governor of Lagos State, which happened to be Ebuka Anisiobi. I was the ambassador for that program. I was in a boarding school in Ikorodu. I'm an Anambra State indigene. I was called from my school. My principal took me on a Sunday to Government House in Victoria Island. I met the ambassador from the US, and I was given a rating, which I passed to other principals. In that program, after that program, Bola Tinubu's wife took us personally by herself to Mr. Biggs. The first time I ate food in Mr. Biggs was with Oluremi Tinubu. Wow. It was even there she told us that she came from OAU. And I drew inspiration to study in Ife. I had a first class from Ife because of Tinubu's wife telling us about OAU. You understand? So my first time, and afterwards, I had many instances of being impacted by their good program for education in Lagos State. Since then, I've been a part of Bola Tinubu. It's going to be very difficult for anybody to convince me otherwise. Okay. But however, let's come to the election. Let's keep all those stories apart. See, if the APC, we have to be thankful to Obi, P2B, and of course to Papansiya movement and the G5. Okay, what it's saying here, just like I predicted, generally the atmosphere in Nigeria, people are not happy with APC, and of course we can understand it. Yeah. I belong to the APC, but I must be sincere. Buhari has not really impressed me. He tried to his activity, but I'm not impressed. Personally, I'm not happy with the suffering people are going through, and I also feel that it was intended to move the people against Tinubu in this election. Okay, but that's a topic for another day. And thank God that the Mayfair have to prepare his takeover notes or handover notes very soon. Now, put that one aside. If not for Obi and the Papansiya movement and the G5, the atmosphere in Nigeria would have been very difficult for an APC government to return. So when they had issues in PDP, when they were breakouts in PDP, we knew God was about to help us. Then we didn't even know that the cash issue was going to come out. The first casting was going to be heightened. You can imagine all those things that were done, even the cabal in Aso Rock. But thank God for Obi. Now, let me come down to Obi. As an Igbo man from Anambra State, I want to be sincere with you. When you're talking about ethnic bigots in Nigeria, you have to give it to us, Igbo. We take talk in it. If there is no evidence, we need to look at this particular election. All the votes in your eastern region, you have your man scoring 95%. You have your man scoring 90%. Check other regions in Nigeria. I don't know why in Igbo we are not politically sound. The result we have turned out in this past election is not going to be good for us in the next cycle of election. Because if you don't know it, a lot of people now see that we don't live to what we preach. You're telling other people not to vote based on ethnic line. You're telling other people not to vote based on religious line. The Christians and the Pentecostalism and everybody gathered up behind that Obi. And then the whole East, look at the result we are turning out. And Obi should win in the East. It's an Easterner. But what stops if we can allow APC, PDP, and the other person have at least 20%, 10%? Let them know that, you understand, we're not politically sound in the East. And it's not good for the future. It's not good for our permutations.
China. They must chop everything.
You understand? It's not, we should learn how to spread our wings. And then, talking about the electoral malpractices and everything, I always tell my friends something. I told them, I said, I'm an APC person. But to be sincere with you, electionary system in Nigeria is a reflection of an average Nigerian. An average Nigerian is an opportunist. An average Nigerian is selfish. And an average Nigerian is corrupt. Look, the people that are crying today that they have been, their mandates have been taken away, they have been cheated. Many of them, their fathers, their uncles, the little position they have in Nigeria, they use it to oppress other people. You want to get admission in university because your father is a lecturer in that school. Another person that has a better score than you in JAM, they will place you in a better department than that person because your father is in the position. Then today you are complaining that people are using the advantage they have against you. Let us check our system. This is just an example. You want to get an employment somewhere, somebody who has an uncle or who has somebody will be given the job that someone that is more qualified to do what he's supposed to do.
I'm sorry to come in. The thing is, we all know that that's an ongoing thing, and then enter INEC with the promise of beavers, like our sister Chizoba said. So INEC didn't live up to that promise, and that is a big deal.
I'm coming to that. Bless them, I'm coming to that. However, I just wanted to settle one thing, that what we are complaining about is endemic in our system. That's what I was trying to bring out. That I'm coming to the issue, the current issue. Then again, electoral malpractices, from what I saw in the whole system that happened the last election, it's not just in a particular region. It happened in Onitsha. It happened in Lagos. It happened in Kano. It happened everywhere. What I think is that APC beat others to the games they are all used to. There is no single political party in Nigeria that can be singled out. And there is no single region that can be singled out. What happened is that some other team beat others to the game they are all used to. We need to be sincere with ourselves. Then let's come down to beavers. Yes. The senior president said something. He said that when they were giving the Electoral Act, that they were not expecting a transmission in the real sense of transmission, that it was supposed to be a backup provision. Okay? That there was always going to be a manual compilation. You can go back to his comments yesterday. You can check out his video and listen to his comments. That, well, let's just not take it that there's rhetorics here and people are playing with words, whether transmission or translation or whatever. But now what happened? This is what happened with INEC. And I hope that INEC will come up one day to clear these things. Look, during the Osun State, if you remember, INEC complained bitterly that their system went under attack severally. But they were able to curtail it because they were dealing with just an isolated state among the many. INEC had a good intention of transmitting these results like they said initially. They first uploaded, but the system came under heavy attacks.
Can you describe the kind of attacks we are talking about? You know, in our Nigeria, we have spiritual attack and physical attack. What kind of attack are you talking about?
The system attack we're talking about here is about people trying to hack into the system, into the server, to manipulate the results and put INEC in a very bad light.
Give me an example of what that manipulation will look like. Let's have like.
What the manipulation was going to look like is, if somebody is able to go into the system, look at that, goes from ECA, for instance. If somebody goes into that system, hacks into it, delete whatever is there, upload something that is totally different, now you're going to be having people at the polling unit having something different from what is in the server. At the end of the day, when this is going to be discovered, it will render the whole process useless.
Okay.
Because then the people at the polling unit will be telling that what they have is not what they saw that was uploaded. That what they saw that was uploaded, the figure is different from what they have. Then at the end of the day, it will put INEC in a very bad light, and we will be having constitutional crisis. When the election started, there was upload. The system came under attack 2 times. INEC had to close it up. Now, the people that are complaining, after the Nomelaya and the rest of them state their drama, as at that evening, 85% had been uploaded. What INEC was only trying to say was they wanted the result to get to the main center before they upload. So that if at the end of the day there are issues, people will know where it came up from. Now, it's not still bad. If you think that there were manipulations, as I speak to you now, we have 96% uploaded. Go onto the server, download them, compare them with your results, and then let's meet in court. The electoral system is a complete system, and it has made provisions for people that are not satisfied. Let us try to use the whole provisions and not cause chaos. Finally, I think our people should learn to be politically smart. We should stop this. The way we are playing politics is going to be difficult and an equal man to become president of Nigeria. The way it is right now, I'm being sincere with you. We need to build the bridges. We need to stop burning them and build them. Let me tell you, politics, you need to prepare. It took Bola Ahmed Tinubu a long time. Do you know what Bola Ahmed did when Buhari took power? An average human man wouldn't have done it. But it took a man that has a foresight. Ahmed was called up by Buhari to come and be his vice president. The situation at that time would not permit for the Muslim because it was very hot at the time. And APC needed to take it up from PDP. He sent an Oshibaju. He said Oshibaju should go. He was one that was called to come. But he sent an Oshibaju because he has a plan. He had a program. He was busy building his own bridges, which he has used to climb to the other side right now. But if it was a woman, I'm telling you, he would not mind to throw the APC in crisis and make them lose their chance of taking it over from PDP by accepting that call instead of projecting further. Our people are always too desperate and too quick to act without planning a long term. And it's reflective of what happened in the Southeast in the last election. We should learn to build for a longer time. This will take us back to what Soludo said. Soludo was not really against an Obi coming out. But Soludo was saying that we need to plan, we need to do it, build organically, such that when we get there, the people will not have choice but to follow us. This issue of people saying they don't want us, that going back to Biafra, nobody is going to give you power. You have to take power, but you have to take it sense and not chaos.
Like, for example, what you are saying, thank you so much, my brother. Like, to buttress what you are saying, like, I'm looking at this sheet from this polling unit here. This is Aniri, Oduma 1. And here you are looking at APC 0. APC 0. And this is what we are talking about, right? You are looking at LP 37 at this polling unit. So, like I'm saying, you know, this is the first time we have access to something like this online. You know, for example, here you have LP having 128 in this ward, yeah, and ABGA having 1, APC 0. You know, that's what we are talking about. Spread your tentacles, right?
You know what that means? It means that Aniri and Oduma ward is factory fitted for one party system. Yeah. That is what they want to tell us. Now, don't forget, let me even tell you, I know that area very well. Do you know that is Ike Madu's place? Is it this is some people since 1990, since NRC and the SDP. Ike Madu has been in the political mainstream. And his ward, in his local government, somebody is saying that there is no presence of the party that sent him, retired him to Senate for a donkey number of years. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
When they shout rigging, it makes me wonder. Is it because, I have said it again, spread your tentacles, no matter how much you try to boost the number from the East. Our number is not enough to give us presidency.
Now,
we need collaboration.
The result that is coming from Edo State. This is Isha. Unia. I mean, I'm really thrilled that I'm actually able to do this, like to have a peek into whatever election material. So here we have, you have APC 8, you have LP 18, you have PDP 5, a total of, you know, something like that, like it's relatively spread in this polling unit, right? Yeah, so let's look at this other polling unit. And here, everything is nil, right? 86. Which one? PDP is 28. LP is 55. And APC is 3. Yeah, at least they gave PDP a chance in this polling unit, right? Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, so our people should learn how to spread their tentacle. Here I'm looking at APC have 31, LP have 99, PDP has 49. It's not like in the Southeast where one has 97 and the other one, and then you are happy.
Or
But
zero, and you say it's not rigging, or somebody was seen being taken out of this earth because he voted contrary to what you want him to vote. What is rigging if
I
not
want to
rigging?
look at the result that came from Gombe, for example. I'm just randomly clicking on this, to see how spread. Let's Bam polling unit right now, and we can look at this one is not legible. I can barely see it. I don't know, the sheets from the north, they are almost not legible. This one is I can't read it, honestly. I can't read it from this word. No, let me check another word. Bangu. Let's see if they did a better job there. Looks like it. Yeah. So here we have APC 33 and we have PDP 28, right? There for Labour Party 1, so 62 in this ward, right? So
at least 2 parties.
Yeah, at least, exactly. So let's look at this other one. Is the same. Oh, I think I clicked on the same. So let's look at this one. Yeah. Is the same. Is it the same result in all of the polling booth? It's looking like the same. This one is in Goruruwa LP. It's looking like the same sheet everywhere here. Like, what am I missing? Let's look at this one again. Dundunkova. Like this will be a good case for litigation. Are you getting me? Because they have one sheet for all of the wards in this place. So 33, 28, and then you have 62. So this is for this local government, Bangu. But in the end, it's 2 different local government that is competing, right?
Yeah, you know what I will say about that?
Yeah.
During the upload, anything could have gone wrong. But what happened is that when this particular case you mentioned that is raised, INEC will now look into their file and produce what they have.
Yeah, okay. So let's look at Kano. I'll just look at this Kano for the So guys, before you go and be breaking your head, INEC has this possibility, and you have polling agents in all of the polling units. So let the polling unit agents come out with the result they have and compare with what is uploaded, and that is, you take it from there. Is it gonna be
apart from exactly, you got the point. Every polling agent snap photo, they have a copy of this thing. They even have copies. That's what INEC was telling them. That we didn't really allow you guys access the way it's supposed to be because we have challenges. But right now, these things are available. Go and explore. Let's meet at the tribunal. If you have a serious case, let's meet there. Look at what happened in Osun State. At the end of the day, they went to the tribunal. From the tribunal, they are onto appeal right now. And it goes on and on. But my own is that if Igbos truly want an Igbo president, we must build bridges, and this monoparty system or this bandwagon movement that happens in the South. Do you know the day of election? A particular polling unit, women were on queue to vote, and they were singing Mama, Papa, Pikin in a polling unit. Now, even if you didn't want to vote that thing before, that thing alone is enough intimidation. Then there were also other places that if you, the mere mention that you want to vote APC, they beat you and send you out of the compound. Things like this can allow people, we should allow multiple party affiliations to extend our possibilities. We don't really know. Imagine if every other tribe is going to react to the result that came out from Southeast in the next election. Do you think we stand a chance? Remember, the Pentecostalism that rallied behind Obi will not be there in the next election because the narrative is going to change.
Yeah.
It's not exactly going to be the same. And in 8 years' time, Power will have to go back to north. Anybody come from the east will have a difficult task to penetrate in 8 years' time. Politics is about, it's a game that has to be planned. Yeah. You plan ahead. This is exactly the message of Soludo initially. Yeah. We need to plan, we need to build the bridges. We need them to cross. Look at Tinubu. If not for the northerners, Tinubu is finished. Yeah. He's finished. But he had built the bridges that he used to cross.
And what you are saying, what you're saying makes a lot of sense, because if you look at how this whole thing is progressing, or where we are coming from, is from this same monoparty thinking that PDP was it. You just had to be PDP, and so everybody was PDP, and you didn't have to conduct election. They just have to rig themselves, and they were not doing anything with the positions or elevating the region, or bringing in development, or they were just there PDP. It was all about PDP, right? And so they took the whole people as a herd. Anytime there's an election, they say we are PDP, and because of that, they took this region into this hate wave against APC when APC emerged. So yeah, you need to, when they say spread your tentacle, this animal that has different legs, is like this, so it's moving, it's spreading it, that's what it means. So it's instead of you to say only one party at any time, like like atoro
you understand? This is the pain of our
you have to like, what is always important to give room for 25% for another party while you still have a win, right? So at the end of the day, that person have that 25% from your region, and so they can also give you back that 25% from their region when it's needed, right? You don't have to win and win 100% because you need 25% from other region. You need a win from other region. So where is the provision? Where are you making that provision? And so the question that I still haven't had the answer is, where would have Obi's win ultimately come from? Because he's not having the northwest and the northeast at the same time, right? And I don't know whether he made 25% in each of those places. And I know that it is crucial. And of course, it's a matter of litigation. If Tinubu did not win Abuja, if he can actually have the presidency, right?
Let me interrupt you, please. You see that argument about winning Abuja? The Constitution said that the person should control 2/3 of the vote in 36 states and FCT. Why are our people having problem with English language? Had it been the statement said 2/3 of vote in 36 states and in FCT, and if that thing was after the and, it means that inside FCT, you must have 2/3. But when he said 2/3 in 36 states and FCT, it means that FCT in this context is seen as an additional state. That is, you are looking for 2/3 of 37. Why are we playing with English language?
Okay.
Look, it's going to be interesting. Let's get to court.
So that's your interpretation. Anyway, I don't know anything. I know they talk with you. I don't know, right? But the question is, did Tinubu have up to 25% in Abuja?
No, he didn't have 20. He had 20% in FCT, but he had 25% in 30 states.
Okay.
Do you understand? And he needed us to have 25% in 25 states. Because 2/3 of 37 is anything above 24, which is 24.3 something. So anything above 24, which is 25. He had 2/3 in 30 states. If the Constitution had said 2/3 in 36 states and in FCT, it means that inside FCT, you should have 2/3. You should have it 25%. But he said in 36 states and FCT, meaning in this statement is seen FCT as an additional state, meaning we are looking for what? 2/3 in 37 places. Let's meet in court. That's why we said, let us meet in court. Okay. It's a simple thing. So people should stop. Let's meet in court.
So another question I wanted to ask is, what was the winning point for Tinubu over Atiku? Because Atiku was very close. He also had a national spread.
Thank you. Atiku actually has, Atiku did not even, funny enough, Atiku didn't even meet 25% in 25 states. He actually met it in 20 states. Okay. The winning point of Tinubu over, I think this will happen. This will happen. If you check that election, in the north, it was a match between Tinubu and Atiku.
Okay.
In the south, it was a match between Tinubu and Obi. So in this state, one person is a common denominator, which is Tinubu. Tinubu is up and he's down. The others, we are localized to different regions. So common logic means that it's a common denominator, is going to override them as far as they're looking for total number of votes. Do you understand? That's just what happened. What happened was that G5 paralyzed Atiku downwards, and then the Easterners, the obedient LP obedient movement, also messed him up in the east. So he didn't have power downwards. They pushed him up and suspended him up. Whereas Obi was down and suppressed down. But a man had a common denominator, and each of this region, he was not trailing far behind as such. He was being competitive, both in the north and in the south. So at the end of the day, as a common denominator, he was going to emerge. That's what happened.
And okay, another question is, what difference would P2B winning Rivers State have made for the overall outcome?
Thank you so much. You see, our people are very funny. Even if you take the whole vote that came out in Rivers State and give to P2B, he wasn't still going to defeat Bola Tinubu. They should go and look at the figure now. 8.88798 and 61. How many votes came from Rivers? Our people just like to make trouble out of nothing. In the first place, sir, is it legitimate for an Labour Party to expect to win Rivers? The people that should be crying foul over Rivers is actually PDP. Why are we being selfish and funny?
Yeah, but when like because a lot of people have told me that Labour won Rivers State and it was rigged by the sitting governor in favor of Asiwaju. So my question is, assuming Obi won Rivers, what difference would it make for Obi?
It wouldn't have made any difference for him. He would have still been far behind.
Okay.
And our people are looking to break when it did not so. In Rivers, your IPOB Biafra had issues with Wiki. You guys make all manner of comment and other things. Keep that one aside. Rivers does not belong to you. You know the funny thing about Labour? Let me tell you something about people supporting Labour. Any day Labour succeeds to install a governor, Labour will not forgive any of their governor for losing their state to another party in presidential election. But now they want to rip from other parties. Do you understand what's going on? Labour that have encamped east and have using bandwagon effect. You think any day they have any state, they will not forgive that governor for losing it. In fact, even giving another party chance to get 10% from that state. Labour will not forgive. But right now, Labour people are anxious, looking for states that don't belong to them that they want to win.
Anyway, I don't want to go there. Like, for me personally, I feel like what is happening in Nigerian politics is partisan politics, and our people always end up making it a tribal thing. And I've seen somebody writing a post today, and I was not happy with that post. That post broke me. It was saying something against Northerners and saying, oh, they didn't vote for Igbo, and it broke my heart because a lot of Northerners voted for Obi and voted for Labour Party. And this is like, you are barely just coming out of this, and instead of you to build on your gains, you're like kind of pulling it down, and there's a saying in Igbo that like you kind of gather and then you trash it and then you start all over again. I don't get it. There is no need.
My sister, see, Igbos, sorry to interrupt you, our people are manipulative. They manipulate every other person emotionally. They turn everything to emotional sentiment all the time. You are angry with the North for not voting your P2B. The North that you didn't give a chance, not even 10% in your region. Haba. He who goes to a justice, its equity must come with clean hands. The sin that you are guilty of is what you are counting against another man who is far better than you. Haba. But we fear God now. Our people have to wake up. This nonsense, we have this mentality of give me. If you don't give me, you in your hand to show that they like you. What have you done in Nigeria that you should be liked for? What have you done?
Anyway,
like
thank you so much, my brother. So let's not take it beyond this point. You know, I was about going when you came, but you know, it was very interactive and very educative, I must say. And you know, a lot of people are urging you to go and join INEC. You know, so thank you so much for educating us and you know giving us your own 2 cents. I appreciate your contribution. Yeah.
Thank you, my God bless you.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful life.
Thank you. So, my people, I want to leave it here. I've been saying I want to go. It's almost 2 hours. I have to go and sleep. Tomorrow is another weekday, you know. So, I appreciate everyone. Hopefully, if I'm able to come on live tomorrow, I will be able to come back. You know, I see that somebody is joining the video, but I can't take any more calls. It's almost 2 hours. I need to go to sleep now. I'll see you guys tomorrow by the grace of God.